The text messages are flying. The text messages are flying. We're late. We are late, Karis. How about that? We're actually on the air now, so there, let's start. There we go. It's good to know people are looking out for us. I have a great.
Oh, they're good. Did you like it for the weekend? Then I want to see a show.
A show.
I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. Where to go? There's a man over there.
Hi, Glenn.
Into the music scene.
Hi,
he was on before we were on.
Was he? For the community. With great advice.
Who's that, Karis?
It's all around town.
Radio.
Ciao.
I feel like a lumberjack or something today. It's not usually my attire.
I kind of like it.
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
My food, the watermelon, it wasn't good. I need something else to snack.
Yeah, my grapes are really good. By the way,
Mango is good, but it's getting the mango hairs are getting in my teeth.
Oh, that's not good. Hey, welcome to the program. If you're out there watching today, guys, it's watch Karis and Scott eat today.
Well, it's usually just me, so.
I decided to join you today. I can't beat you, so I'm going to join you.
Lunch, isn't it?
Yes. It's great.
Cool.
Oh,
I know, Daisy.
What's up, Kevin Cooper? Bob Klein in the house. How you doing, Bob?
Hey, Bob. Hey, Kevin.
Good to have you
Heather,
with us.
Dirk, Ed, Steve, Valerie.
Why don't you hit them all?
I did.
Thanks. Oh, I need to bring it up on the old pad of eye. Why do I talk backwards? I don't know. Radio.
Hey, Matt Adam. Matt.
That grape wasn't good.
Hi, Erica.
That grape was a bit bitter.
Well,
I'm gonna make bitter grape face.
Erica, what are you making for dinner tonight, dear?
Something yummy, no doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt. Well, it's the Hall Around Town
Real question.
radio.
What are you making Karis for dinner tonight? Kevin, what are you making me for dinner tonight?
Kevin there?
Yeah.
Roast
Yep.
chicken
Roast chicken
with little potatoes.
with little
stuffing,
potatoes,
and a sweet kale chop salad.
stuffing, and a sweet kale chopped salad.
He makes a lot of chicken.
I like chicken.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think he's trying to please you.
You think?
You think?
He's very good at that.
I think so.
Hey, guys, let's say hi to Kathy because she's calling me.
Oh, this is great.
Hey, Kathy, how what you doing?
Oh shit!
Hi, Kathy. You're on the air. She hung up.
She goes, "Oh shit!"
You know what? Intro the show, will you?
What? Hi,
Just
guys.
intro the show.
Welcome to Joy and Judgment this fine Tuesday. How's everybody's day going today? No, hold on, Scott. We gotta talk about why talk backward, you. What did Jonathan Groom say? Hey, Megan. Hey, Seven. Tina, Steve, David, Heath.
I was going to call Kathy back, but her number has disappeared from my contacts. She probably did that one night when we were together, and she didn't want me to ever call her again.
I highly doubt that's it.
I do too. Hey, it's Tuesday Booze Day. Who else did you say? Steven?
Steven,
He's been down with the sickness, man. I'm hoping you're better, buddy.
hoping you're better. Did he turn
Yeah.
21 yet?
Do what?
Did he turn 21 yet?
No.
Oh,
He'll always be like 20. Forever and ever. That was so funny. It really was. Hi, Dewey. What's up, buddy? Yes. What's Kevin making Karis for dinner tonight? Well, If you didn't hear, it's chicken. The other white meat. Yes.
What do you want to put? Oh, no, don't post it. Don't post her number. I don't think she would appreciate it.
No, do not post Kathy's number. Whatever you do, there's some people watching that we don't want to have Kathy's number.
Absolutely not.
Hi, Steve Stein, Tina Reed Ramsey. David Linda's in the house. I went to his birthday party Sunday. Had a great time.
Nice. Happy birthday.
David Linda with Barely Able. And last call. Hi, Heath Bowling. Thank you for dropping in. Heather, Heath Bowling of Heath Bowling Music. That says Heath Bowling Music. I hope it's Heath. Heather, what's up, Heather?
Hey, Heather.
How are you? Jonathan Grooms, Chris Casey. We got all kinds of people dropping in. Kevin Cooper. He's funny. Yes. 7 says it's been terrible.
Oh.
And he's about to round 26. Can you believe he's that old? I don't believe that.
Yet.
I think he's bluffing.
He's totally bluffing.
He is. Yes. Happy holidays, everybody. Hold on, Karis. Allow me to see if I can. Let's give us a little holiday cheer here today. You want to? There we go.
I was just saying I could really use some holiday cheer today.
Could you?
Sure.
Hey, I haven't seen you or really talked to you since Snowmageddon on Saturday.
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, my God. And then your power goes out. Of all things, you're going to have a show and your power goes out. Sometimes you're just cursed. And then
man, let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Let's talk about our topic.
That makes me so sad.
Mm-hmm. We have it's totally Heath. Okay, there we go. Well, I know you have somebody doing social media for you, so I didn't know if it was your social person at all. That one party band's in the house. Mike Grosser has joined the party. Hi, Mike. Good to see you, buddy.
It's going to be a good night tomorrow night, Mike. Hey,
yes.
That one party band.
Wednesday night at the Bell. Big party with Gina and Johnny Band.
Fundraiser too, guys. We got to send them to. We have to send them to because they got it back to Memphis for the blues competition. So
going back to Memphis.
Yeah, we're gonna help send them there. So that's Wednesday's gonna be like partly a fundraiser too. There's some really
Speaking of fundraisers, I did see some memories pop up today of one we had last year at this time. The Paul's, was it Staff's?
Yeah, it's the one that we picked up.
Yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good time. Always a good time. Dewey wants to know, was Twisted Fate already on the schedule next month? Are you bringing them back sooner than later because of the power outage?
No, we're already on the schedule for next month. I don't know how I did that with 2 different bands, but that's okay. It worked out well.
Mm-hmm. It worked out good for them. I hated it for them because it was going to be their last show of the 2025 year. That kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get into our topic, though. It's a carryover topic from last week. We promised people we would bring it up. It was just too much at the end of the show last week to chat about. So let's talk about when is too loud too loud? That's what somebody wanted to know. How do you determine what's too loud? Karis, how do you determine that in your bar? I mean, I know with your ears, but you know.
Right. Personal opinions don't count. What's too loud is when my bar staff can't hear the customers. When people, more than 1 or 2 people start walking out because it's too loud. When you can't hear anything, like when it's just noise. You know, one of the things about really a wonderful sound guys, women, is it can be as loud as can be, but if the mix is right, you can't even tell.
Exactly.
So when musicians usually when it's loud like that, it's stage volume, and it's coming from on stage, and it's coming from the players, the musicians' amps, and their unwillingness to turn it down and work with others. Really.
Chris Casey says, when you can't hear for 2 days after the show, it was too loud. That could be it. Harlan says if it's too loud, you're too old.
People are walking out of my bar by the groups, and my bartenders can't take drinks orders because it's too loud. That's not about being too old. That's about stage volume.
Rick Pieper, I've never loved a comment more than what you just made.
Yeah, that there's that too.
Because believe me, I've been a witness to this. When the bar owner comes over and says it's way too loud, you guys got to cut it back, and they get the big eye roll from the sound engineer and like, screw you, or the band who's running it from the stage. That's the worst part.
That's not good. I mean, I got to give Top This Band. They have a new sound guy. Man, I wish I could remember his name. They're usually an extremely loud band. This sound guy, the amount of compliments I get from like even strangers or people that you would never think would know the difference, it is insane. He is remarkable. And I wish one of them would come on here and give him a shout out, because it is impressive how amazing that sound guy was.
So there at times are workable bands, and there are at times bands that go at odds with the venue owner. And as you said in our last segment, Karis,
they did, Erica,
episode 138 actually, or 137, you did say that you've had sound people basically blow you off and just say that's it. And then bands that haven't returned to play your venue because they want to turn it up louder than you're allowed.
It's not really allowed.
Interesting.
That's my issue. It's like, it's not really about being loud. It's about being respectful. If my bartenders can't hear orders being taken and people are literally walking out of the door by like, not just one, not just two, like a lot of people, that's just being disrespectful. Like you're not even trying to work as a team. It's more important to you for your amps to be up, for your stage volume to be up. Like, you're not trying to work with other people. You're trying to put yourself front and center, and that's not okay.
No. It's an interesting topic because last week it came into play when we were talking about other issues with customers being loud and all that. And then somebody said, when's it too loud? When is it too loud as a band? And obviously you can't pin that down for every venue, because some venues, and I'll tell you, I'm not a massive fan of bands that play in breweries because of the echo, the noise, the roof. There's no sound absorption in some of those warehouse settings. So, I've heard it be loud in your place. I've heard you tell people to turn down. And I think it really does reflect on the sound person. Because, like Jeff, the jam can get really loud sometimes, and he keeps it under control. I mean, he does a good job of toning it down, and you've done a good job of like your drum, shield and things like that for certain bands, because in a small room like yours, it can get ugly really quick if you're too loud on stage. And it's always stage volume, don't you think? I mean, I think it's stage volume for the most part that drives them having to get the vocals up louder than the guitars.
And the jam, it's always stage volume.
Yeah.
It hasn't really been an issue in quite a while, and a little bit though. So
let me see some of the comments we're getting here. John Michael has chimed in.
To me, the only time I've ever had volume issues is when it was an inexperienced sound guy, or the only reason why it sounded so loud was because the mix was so off. And that's where experience comes in, and stage volume. It's usually 90% of the time it's stage volume. 95% of the time.
Yeah, a muddy mix at 100 decibels is really different than a good, clean mix at 100 decibels in a bar. I mean, it makes a huge difference. And unfortunately, I was the witness of somebody one night who told you basically to go screw off. You were not very happy about that.
Which night was that?
Which one? No, it was a sound guy, and you asked him several times to turn it down, and he He basically looked at you. I believe the quote he made was something like, you run your bar, I'll run the sound.
Oh,
Remember that?
yeah.
That is where the bell rings for round 3 in the boxing match, and I know who's going to win. It wasn't going to be him.
For your band.
Yeah. And it was a shame because his band's a nice band, and they didn't necessarily portray that image as well. So
No.
they were concerned about it, but he wasn't. He had a little bit of an ego.
I'm trying to remember. That's happened more
Ego.
than once. So I'm trying to remember which one you're talking about. Because if it was a good band, then I'm sure that I let them back, just without the sound guy.
I don't think they ever came back.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, early days, like 5
Earlier.
years ago.
Yeah, early
Oh.
days. Yeah.
Oh.
Remember that guy?
Yeah, I sure do.
That guy.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see what Rob Carlson has to say. And John Michael said the same thing. No stage volume, the in-ear monitors, all that stuff really help. I mean, they do. And there's a lot of old school musicians who are just totally against that. They don't want to play in that environment. But
And that's fine, but then
Yeah.
you have to accommodate the other people. You have to be willing to accommodate.
some of these guys that have been playing since the 70s, and they're deaf as hell. And let's face it, I mean, they are. They've been playing with a wedge monitor cranked and an amp behind them cranked, and they're deaf. And I mean, I understand it to a certain extent. For them to hear, they have to be able to hear.
Mhm.
And you know, I love Rick Kern to death, but I stepped in front of his wedge one night to make an announcement to bring his band back on the break. Oh my God. I mean, it was like blistering loud. And I think that's to overcome a couple other guys in the band that are playing even louder than he is. So, you know, and they're old school. They are. You've dealt with old school musicians.
Now,
they love that sound.
No, what's his name? He knows how to handle them though. Like he knows
Who
how
does?
to.
Mark.
Who does? Were you talking about BBC?
I don't know who does sound for Blackbone.
Yeah. He knows how to handle them. What's his name?
That I don't know.
He's like,
I know who does. I mean, they do the Eagles project, and that, you know, can be
I can't believe I
several
forgot his
guys.
name. But he
Todd and Buck.
figured them out. But yeah. Well, that's what we're saying, Brian. Brian was like, I don't really mind the volume. Mongo. Yeah, it's Mongo. Mongo
Is it Mongo?
does a
Okay.
good job of balancing out, but I know it bothers him a lot too, but he does a great job of balancing that out. And they're such a good band too, you know.
Read Bob Klein's comment on the screen. That's perfect.
Yeah,
I love
Mongo's incredible. I don't really mind the volume. It's not about the volume, it's about the mix. That's exactly unless it is stage volume. Otherwise, the stage volume overrides any hard work that the sound person is doing. Because the sound person cannot control the stage volume. That's left to the musicians.
Let's see here. Parker's got something he wants to say. Says, got a new hot topic that I've come across without saying names, and a venue starting in 2026 is having local acts pay the venue's sound guy. I've never heard of that before on my 10 years plus playing.
Well, then just charge.
So you're basically renting the sound man and their PA. What sounds like to me. Now, if he's fantastic and knows how to run the room, maybe it's worth it. But I don't know. That's a good topic. That's another day, another time as well. But that's interesting.
Well, how much does it cost for that sound person? Because you could just
Write it into your
rate.
Yeah. Wonder how much. Can you tell us that, Parker? Do you know what the cost is going to be? And Connie says when people start moving towards the back, it's too loud. Reading the room is so important. Yeah,
Connie does a really good job.
she does.
She does a great job.
And John says, furthermore, in-ear monitors eliminates the ear hangover the following day. Yes. I'm a big fan of the in-ear monitors. I know that a lot of bands aren't, and they feel like they lose their
300
connection.
A show?
300 a show? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay. Interesting. Thank you, John Esper.
Can they use their own sound guy, Parker?
That's interesting, Gary Ridgway. You always hate to do it, but you had to tell a band to turn up recently. I've seen that.
I've had to do that.
You know what I dislike even more, and it came up last week, is the fact that you can't hear the vocals. The band's so loud, the drums are so loud, the guitar amps are so loud that the vocals are just lost. And that, to me, if you're not going to hear the vocals to a song, unless you're playing, prog rock and there's no vocals to it, what's the purpose in having somebody singing on stage? And Kevin said guitar amps there. I said it. Yes, guitar amps are the devil. The devil. They can be. Hi, Bonnie Kirchner. Thank you for being here. Bill says, Top, this band is the only one I've left for being too loud at the Bell and the Bear. Friday was perfect.
Guy now, Bill.
Yeah, that's good. Bill makes an exit if he doesn't like what's happening, though. I will say that. He has made it known that that's his MO. Let's see. Kevin says being the booker and band leader gives a good perspective of how working with the business is so important. I agree. Hi, Brian. Says doesn't mind the volume. For me, it's about a balanced mix. I think you're right about that, too. The balanced mix is so important.
The balanced mix, yeah.
It's the key. And, I mean, you can tell. I can almost walk in your bar, Karis, and tell you who's running the board.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Bransford's there, if Jeff's there, Mongo's there, it's going to sound great. Now, I've seen other people try to run the board. Yeah. Not so great.
Here's the thing, Bob, if you're saying that that's cheap, if that was left up to me, then I too would have to charge the band to pay for their own sound guy as well.
I'm missing that comment. Who is it? Bob Klein?
He's saying $300 is cheap for a sound guy.
Depends on the setting you're in, I guess.
Yeah. For a small bar, that's not cheap.
No. Well, and some sound guys work with your PA. You have your own PA there.
My own PA, yeah.
Which means they don't lug all that crap in and out, which significantly reduces their rate. Mm-hmm. I mean, if, we've said it before, a lot of these sound guys aren't getting any younger, and loading equipment in and out is a difficult task. And I mean, I loaded in and out of your place Wednesday night, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to tap in.
You do. Just ask Jeff to show you.
Talk to Jeff or Bransford and get hooked up there so I don't have to haul those speakers upstairs back there. $300 for sound and lighting. If you're doing a big show, I'd say that's
for a big show.
That's decent. Yeah. And Bob does big shows. I mean, he does. Bob does a lot of festival settings and things like that.
Different. For the Bell, I wouldn't be able to afford a music venue.
But Karis, I will say I've heard so many people say, "Oh, the band wants to charge me $100 for sound or $150 extra for sound." That's bullshit.
That's understandable.
I mean, I wish venue owners, you understand, you bought a PA. You know what a PA costs. I wish venue owners would take that into consideration and realize that little microphone that's in the kick drum costs a lot of money. And there's a whole lot of those around the stage that cost a lot of money. And for this guy to ever recoup any money, he's got to make a dime or two. I'd pay the sound guy $50 and he can haul all this shit in and out and take it home and unload it. And that's
agree
silly.
With Parker. I think that's a bit odd. I'm assuming it's a big venue and these are going to be big bands, because I don't know any local bands that are going to be able to afford that without really cutting into their pay.
Interesting, Randy Eldred. Randy Eldred does a great job on sound, by the way. And says, I tell someone who's too loud on stage they won't be in the mix, then you have to mix the rest of the band around the loudest instrument on stage. Yeah. And I think it's a two-edged sword there, because I know sound guys who cut them out of the in-ear mix too if the bands are playing, even if they want it to be too loud in the mains and all those kind of things. And that's an interesting thing, because the more you cut them out of the mix, the more they want to turn up. So I don't know. Somebody that knows how to do that stuff, tell me the the method behind it. But stage volume and volume of amplifiers is the devil in small clubs. It tends to be. And some guys play guitar at, Spinal Tap 11. They do. And Rick wants to know, do you pay a sound guy each show?
Do I?
I think that's to you, I believe.
Do I pay a sound guy? Oh, yeah. I pay a sound guy per show. I pay a sound guy per show. Yeah.
And you factor that into your costs for entertainment, right?
I don't take it out from the band.
Like if you no, but I'm saying that is all in your budget.
For that.
Yeah, it's in your budget. It's in your budget, so to speak. What's your producer doing there, Kevin?
He's browning a chicken.
It's brown nosing. That's all I got to say. Jim says your crew has done an amazing job with the back room. Who are we talking to? Is he talking to you?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading. What's going on?
He said your crew has done an amazing job with the back room. I don't know if he's talking to you or what's going on.
Do I have a back room?
Yeah, I don't know. And Tina Reed Ramsey says the acoustics in her room was terrible in the beginning. With the help of a few bands I trust, they helped us with sound panels so much better. Yeah, I mean, when you have a big venue, and especially, like I said, these breweries and that, they're all echo chambers, and it really can affect your sound. And it's no different in the summer at Heather's on the patio under that big tent. I mean, it has a whole different dynamic for sound than a lot of places do. And you have to be good at what you're doing and be able to dial in that sound. I'm trying to get all the comments. We got tons of comments here. So we're talking about when is too loud? And somebody give us some examples of that. Acoustic drums can also be too loud for some venues.
I don't like electric drums at my venue. I can't stand electric drums.
Really?
Oh, sorry, I can't stand them.
Why is that?
Because it doesn't sound right. It never has. It just sounds like a recording. It just does not sound right. I want to hear. Put a drum shield on. I am not a fan of electric drums.
He was talking to Tina, by the way.
Especially for okay. I'm just giving my opinion. Yeah. Especially for a rock show.
Not about drums. He was talking about the back room thing with
Tina.
Oh,
gotcha.
Yeah, Tina. But yeah, I mean, there are bands that acoustic drums work well in a small venue. However, I will say it's weird when you walk up to the stage and all you hear is this type thing on it. It sounds like somebody hitting a can up there, or something. It doesn't sound like a normal drum kit, obviously.
Yeah, you can tell the difference between electric drums and actual drums. Like there's just, and I am very thankful that I remember the drummer from Blackbone Cat thought that he was too loud for the bell, and he brought his electric drums, and I was like, oh my God, don't ever do that again. I want to hear you on the drums. Just put a drum shield up. That's it. I bought a drum shield, man. The difference is night and day.
Yeah, that drum shield really does a good job.
Yeah.
Mike says house sound guy can be the death of a venue.
I've had bands that have top of the line electric drums, and it doesn't matter how good and how expensive they are, it never sounds the same. It's just my opinion. It doesn't
for all of you that invested in electric drums. Sorry. And that's interesting. Miami Valley Gaming Bar Stage has house sound guy. I'm going to come to that kid's defense, Mike, because I was at a couple shows there. He did a really good job on. I have been there, though, and maybe it was a different one. A young kid was doing it. They hire a sound company there. And when I went the couple times and I met this young kid, he did a really good job. He had the mix dialed in well for what you can dial in at Miami Valley Gaming. I mean, Miami Valley Gaming from the point of entertainment sucks because you're competing with the music in the house and the PA announcer the whole time the band's playing.
It's just the room that sucks. Sometimes the room itself, the acoustics in the room aren't good.
it's the rudeness of not taking, well, rudeness isn't a good term. It's the uncaring portion of not giving a real shit about the music that's playing in your bar. Because their goal is to make money off gambling.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. So every time that announcer comes on and says another lucky winner, it comes in when the band is playing. I mean, you hear it in the overhead, and it's kind of a train wreck sometimes with that aspect. But I don't know about the other casinos. I just know Miami Valley Gaming tends to be that way. And the kid that ran sound there, I thought was really good. I don't know if you're talking about the same guy.
I think it was a sub. It might be a sub because it was an older guy. That's what Mike said.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, there's a young kid who's the president of the sound company, and he's very young, college age kid, and really good with the techno stuff and the iPad and the, mixing and all that. But I have yet to hear anybody say, when is too loud, too loud? Has anybody said that?
Well,
how do you determine it as a band? We got a lot of band people on here. When do you know you're too loud? And when do you address it with somebody in your band that's overplaying the stage? Because it's always, doesn't it seem to you like, Karis, that it's always that one guy that's the loudest that causes the whole band to drive upward?
And they don't want to be told otherwise, so then they just quit.
Everybody's afraid of, pissing somebody off or, offending their bandmate. How's your mango?
That's good. I'm on my last piece, and it's making me sad.
I got a few grapes. You want one? Here. Let me see if I can do that. Can I fit that in there?
Uh-huh.
Where is it? Over there somewhere. I don't know how that works. Like the weather guy, I'm pointing the wrong direction. So if you're out there, the topic was when it gets mushy, Rick says. What about stage mix? Because I've heard really good, like you step up on the stage, and I'm fortunate enough to get to do that sometimes. The stage mix is perfect. It sounds great. You're hearing every piece. Everything sounds good on stage. The band thinks it's great. And you go out front, it's like, where's the keyboard? I haven't heard the keyboard all night. No offense, Rick, but, I've seen keyboard players just playing their ass off, and it's like, where are the keys in the mix? They're not there. Hey, my dog's barking. You hear him?
I can't.
Oh, good. Maybe I turned the threshold up on the gate a little bit more. There we go. Can I do that? Maybe. Right there. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. There we go. That's better. So what else you got going today, Karis, on this topic? Anything?
No, I think we did good with this one.
I think everybody loves to talk about sound. And
I appreciate a good sound guy, and I appreciate a band that respects their sound guy and respects the room. And I just appreciate bands and when they're just willing to work together with the venue.
Hi, Chris Reese. Bob says electric drums have zero soul. A good player can only play acoustic drums or can play acoustic drums in any size room. Yeah. I'm gonna call out Doug Drew. All right. Doug Drew, one of the greatest drummers.
Drew.
Okay. One of the greatest drummers around. And I watched Dreamboat Annie's last show at Memorial Hall. And they have a decibel level that you're not allowed to cross and all that. And, some of those Heart songs are pretty much bangers. And Doug's got to really play the drums and all that. He changed sticks. He changed to brushes on a couple songs. He did things and he played softer. And yet Todd had him in the mix sounding perfect, as Todd Buck always does. So if you're a good quality drummer, you can ease up and you can throttle back a little bit. And but there are some, man, that Jeff Vance and I have a standing joke every time I see him. He looks at me and says, "How's the sound?" I say, "More snare." Because so many drummers are just beating the living shit out of that snare, and it just shoots through people. And after about an hour and a half of snare shots in your face, you've been brutally beat up. And Jeff knows it. Everybody, and that's why, hence the drum shield. It blocks a lot of that out to the audience. which then he can control it via the mic that's miking the snare, which is cool stuff. What are we getting? Anything good? Randy Eldred's been doing sound for the Hathaways for 28 years. Yes, Randy is a class act. He does a lot of festivals and things. And let me tell you, this guy can dial it in. He's one of those that I would trust. If I walk into a venue and I'm doing an event and I see him sitting there, I know it's going to be good. And there's so many of them out there. I mean, Mark Bransford, my God, he's a genius. Do I hear chicken frying in the back?
Yeah, you sure do.
I don't think that's ever been on the show before.
But it's not a surprise either.
No, it's not.
It involves food.
Not in your place. Glenn says his cousin Doug is phenomenal. Is he really your cousin, Glenn? Like what? Like fifth, sixth removed or something? Doug Drew really your cousin? I've heard controversy on this. Party Punch Band.
I disagree about that comment. But that's okay. That's where we're each entitled to our opinion.
What comment?
No, that electronic kits, that's where it's at.
And maybe so for Party Punch's style music.
It's definitely better with that style music.
Yeah. Might be. They do a lot of dance-oriented music.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's probably way more suited for that style music than it is for rock.
And you know what I love, too, is a sound guy that never gets rattled.
Yeah.
A la Jeff Vance. What did Kevin Cooper say one day? He has the patience of a driver's ed instructor. I think so.
He's also super kind.
Yes. But it's very true. And these guys that run like the Jam, or they run like when we have a fundraising event and there's 19 acts all day long. I mean, they're the true heroes of those events. The hardest working people in show business, literally.
Yeah.
What else we got? Second cousin. Thank you, Glenn. Okay, I'm just giving you crap, but you know. So, Karis, what's happening at the bar this weekend?
So much is happening. So tomorrow we have the last Gina and Johnny band, full band show. And we've got Emily Schulte from Archer's Gate coming in to sing with them. It's also, like I said, a little fundraiser to send them to Memphis for the blues competition. So there'll be lots of there's actually 4 or 5 really good auction items, So it'll be a great time. That starts at around 7:30. On Thursday, we have our annual Christmas jam. So you dress up Christmas, and that's always a ton of fun. On Friday, we have Bad Habit. On Saturday, we have our annual Ugly Christmas Sweater Party. Dat Band is performing.
Who's that?
Dat Band with Chris Reese. And then we also have the Santa's Goodie Bag Band. They come in around too. That is so much. If you guys haven't seen them, it is
That's fun.
Wear your ugly sweater. And then on Sunday, we have the Crimson Sisters. So that will be a lot of fun too. And all week, we're really hoping, guys, we've got our 3 bins there that we do every year where we collect some things for the dogs, for the shelter. We collect coats for kids and people in need for this winter, for wintertime, and toys for all the kids. And we're really hoping to fill those bins up. So every time you come, please bring something for all of them, or one, anything. But, every small gift goes a long way for people in need.
Perfect. Hey, and I'm going to be tonight at the Miamisburg Moose with your trivia night. If you're coming to that one, we are accepting goods for the Christmas food drive there. The items are listed on our trivia page. For every 2 canned good items you bring, you get a point, up to 5 points extra tonight. So that'll be fun for the groups. We've done that the last few weeks. Love to have you there for that one. It's our second to last one of the season there at the Moose. So love to see you there. Parker, did you see Parker's question?
I was waiting for you to
go ahead. Hit it up.
I'm not the biggest fan of that, Parker. He's asking, as a venue owner, what's your opinion on bands running sound themselves, not being a sound guy, but the band actually mixing everything themselves for their wedges? Because it just never sounds as good because you can't hear what the audience is hearing unless of course you do a full-on sound check and you play a full song but even then I think it's just really hard for you to tell. You'd have to stay, off stage to hear it all go off. If it's a last resort and you know what you're doing and you are there bright and early to make sure you have it all dialed in before you go on, and it works out well, great. But I'd much prefer somebody always on the outside, get like doing it the right way. I'm really, I think it was earlier this year, I've had a couple, I think it was 3 bands that, yes, they've played my venue before, but they didn't show up early enough to do a full sound check and just assumed everything was going to be okay. And it wasn't okay. And they didn't start for like
train wreck.
10. It was a train wreck and it was awful. And it's embarrassing for me. It's the venue that looks bad. I had to give money back. It's not a good look. So I don't care if you've been playing my venue for 5-6 years or for it's your first time, show up early, do a full sound check because you never know what's going to happen.
I'm going to give my opinion on that too. I think if you're maybe a 2-piece, 3-piece, you can run sound from the stage. However, if it gets bigger than that, I highly recommend you bring a sound engineer or somebody, and not just somebody that helps you carry equipment in and out, somebody that knows how to run that, because I've seen people come to the bell and they're like, oh, this is our sound person. And they look at the PA and they're like, I've never run anything like this. It's like way above their heads. And mixing from a board on the stage is tough.
It's tough. It's honestly so rare that it actually sounds good.
Because you can't really adjust anything on the fly that way. If something goes bad in the set, unless you're out in the audience with the iPad or something, And
then you got to wait that whole song, and then if a venue owner is anything like me, they're involved and they want it fixed, and so now you have to take time out of your playing to go fix it. It's just not good.
No. Thank you, Emily, for being here. Bill is going to bring Hyde's cutie pies for sale at Gina and Johnny's at the Bell and the Bear. There we go. Rebecca from Texas is checking in. Hi, Rebecca. She says we look warm and cozy. She loves our big hearts. Thank you, Rebecca. We love you. I love you, Rebecca.
Kind of you.
I've known Rebecca for years and years and years and years and years and years. We won't say how long.
Oh, happy birthday, Mrs. Reese, for tomorrow.
Somebody please get a video of Emily singing with Gina tomorrow.
I'm sure Bill will.
Oh, yeah.
Bill, will you get videos tomorrow?
He better. Yes. We love Emily. Emily's a rock star, by the way. 110%. Well, Karis, this has been fun. We're going to do a short next week on Hot Topic Tuesday. It'll be our final one before Christmas, obviously. A very short and sweet one. However, we do ask that you drop by and say hi. And we're probably just going to do a little joy that day. Not a lot of judgment, but a little joy. So join us. And maybe Kevin Tolles will make us something to eat.
Better, I'll starve to death.
You're never going to starve to death. Not listen to him giggle back there in the background. Hey, stick your head around here, Tolles.
I don't know how I survived without him. I don't know.
How did you live without this guy?
How did I live?
There he is. Isn't he pretty? Hi, Kevin.
Hey, what's up?
Good to see you, man. And yes, I don't know how you ever survived.
I don't know. It's like I had to do things for myself.
Cook me?
Cook for myself. It's ridiculous.
Run by the house, let the dogs out? Me? No, you did that. You do that all the time. Speaking of that, I've got to do that as well. Guys, if we don't see you next week, please have a happy holiday season, no matter what you're doing out there.
I like Dewey. No calling out venues who deserve bags of coal this Christmas.
Oh, that'd be fun next week. No, we won't do that. We won't. What do we got? Geraldine, thank you. Nick Wheeler, sometimes I think the only guitar player in the world who's always asked to turn it up. Oh, Tim says he thinks he is. Yeah. Well,
I mean, I've had to tell some bands because they're so nervous to go too loud.
it's because you've scared them to death.
I don't mean to. I'm such a delicate flower.
Oh my God. Do I have a sound effect for that anywhere? I don't think I do.
I'm not, Chris. I'm eating real food.
I'm eating grapes, Chris. Would you like one? Here.
I'm so sick of nerd clusters. I ate so many nerd clusters that I can't eat them anymore.
Wow. Karis, it's been fun.
Dewey.
Dewey.
He's one of my favorite performers, but I can't have him on my stage.
Yeah, he's loud.
Oh, he's phenomenal, but it's the amount of business I lose is insane. It's insane.
Kelly says she could live on nerd clusters. Thank you, Kelly. Merry Christmas to you, Rebecca. Enjoy Texas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, that's right. It's Hanukkah. It started yesterday, didn't it?
It started, but you lit your first candle on Sunday night.
Okay. You lighting a candle tonight?
I don't know where my menorah is. I need to buy a new menorah. I think they're all at the bar. And I made a Hanukkah section there, and I think I just left all my menorahs there.
Yes. I didn't put my dry erase board behind me. I thought about it today, but I don't know that you even dropped an F-bomb today, did you?
That's fucking ridiculous.
There we go. That is 8 drinks for me because I never got any the other night and named that.
Well, why not?
Because you were too cheap. You didn't buy me one.
You don't need me to buy you one. You just got to tell the bartender you want it. Are you going to come this week?
What do you think Joe or Jess is going to say when I walk up there and say, I got 8 drinks in the well tonight? They're going to be like, Karis, what's this guy talking about?
And I will say, yep.
I got 8 drinks in the well tonight. Rebecca says, Happy Hanukkah to you. And Mike, thank you. Karis hasn't been dropping the F-bomb enough tonight. You're going to have to buy your own drinks at the Bell. But I'm adding them up. Someday I'm going to go in there and just get.
You should. Are you coming by the bar this week?
Stupid. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'll tell you off camera when I'm going to be there because I don't want any of the stalkers to show up, you know. I'll tell you about that too. I will. I saw this fantastic meme today. I'm sorry. I gotta tell you this before we go. You're gonna laugh at this. Sorry. Let me pull it up here. It says, woman arrested.
Oh, Kevin.
What's he doing? Is it on fire?
The chicken's burning.
No, it's not.
Do you have something over it?
Yeah, it's not burning. Be fine. I'm fine.
Oh, now we're backseat driving the kitchen here.
I've backseat everything. Have you not?
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? We got to go.
Control issues. What?
All right, you have issues, but
I know. I said control issues.
You think?
I don't deny my issues.
Are you? Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Woman arrested after sending 159,000 messages after first date. It's a literally true story. 159,000 messages because she thought this guy was ghosting her. So she just spent her whole entire week sending messages. 159,000 messages. Got arrested for stalking.
You would think, yeah.
Probably won't stick, but
no.
You know, still. I don't know why. Maybe he should have been arrested for not blocking her number.
He probably did.
After the first 100,000, I think I might have thought about that. How about that?
How about that?
Interesting. Yes. Who said that? Dewey says Scott has stalkers. I do, Dewey. I have a couple. And they're it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. Don't forget. What is it?
I think he's trying to say Yamaka.
Yamaka. Adam Sandler song. Yamaka. Steve Stein says, great topic today. Thank you, Steve Stein.
It was good too.
Nobody texted me today and said this was a shitty topic, so I guess it was good. Thanks for that. Yes. And Dewey needs to hear about it off camera. I think we're done. Why don't you go eat your burnt chicken with Mr. Tolles?
It is not burnt.
It's not burnt.
I love that guy. I do. Hey, thanks for being there Wednesday. You too, Kevin.
Stalking the chicken. That's right.
Fun.
Rick, I need you to send me your areas again while I have you here because I forgot what area of town you're looking.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mike says, see you Sunday for the Crimson Sisters.
Yes, sir. See you Sunday, Mike.
There you go. That's going to be a good one. It is. I got to find the outro music here. We're out of here. We'll be here next week, though. Join us Thursday for who's playing out the best musicians and venues in the tri-state and who's playing where. Thanks, Karis.
You're welcome.
Get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you, including the Bell and the Bear sponsors this craziness right here every Tuesday. Thanks. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Why are you eyeballing him?
I'm flipping the chicken.
It's seared, not burnt. Did I hear the smoke detector go off earlier? That's how you know dinner's done. Emily, I wish I was going to see you tomorrow night. I do. At some point, I got to finish my Christmas shopping.
I'm giving everybody my opinion this Christmas.
Yeah? Is that what I'm getting?
And the year before.
That's what I got last year. I wish you'd change it up a little bit.
No, I mean, the opinion will be different.
Oh, yeah, it gets worse every year.
Topic.
What am I getting for Christmas from Karis? Her fucking opinion. I said it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.